guys, welcome back to my channel. If you don't know who's Beats, your girl KylerB coming at you with a new video. Today we're going to be talking about Love Island USA Season 4 Episode 20, and this is Casa, Amor, Night 2. So let's get right into the video, okay? First and foremost, let's go talk about what's going on. Obviously, night 1, they got to see who enters in the villa. In the previous episode, Phoebe definitely likes Isaiah. She wants to talk to Isaiah. She basically asked Isaiah, like, is Sydney basically everything that you want? And he was stumbling, tripling all over his words. He didn't even give her a straight answer. He was just like, enough about Sydney. And that's basically how it went. We got Courtney. She's no longer with Bryce, so she's a freebie. You know, she's able to do whatever she wants. So, you know, that's what's going on right now. So in this episode, you know, we got, chatting to each other. Going into Casa Amor, Sydney and Isaiah, Timmy and Zeta, and Deb and Jesse were basically the top 3 strong couples. So that leaves Jeff. He's free. You know, he was with Nadja, but obviously Nadja been crying over Isaiah. So it's kind of like, no. Like, Jeff is like, he need to find somebody who, for him. Even though they did some, they did a little kissing before they went to Casa. So you got Kat. Kat's also available. I mean, she was obviously looking for options when she was with Chaz. Chaz seems like he looking available. So then we got the guys, Timmy, Jesse, and Isaiah. Isaiah folding, like he's folding. Timmy, he just nodding. He not saying nothing. You got Jesse over here talking about, this is just a boys' trip. You gotta remember what we have at home. And then you got Jesse over here like, being away from Deb just makes me miss her so much. So you got Jesse being like, he still wants to be with Deb. It just seems like he's not really turning his head too much. Timmy, he's basically a matchmaker for Isaiah because the night Phoebe, slept in Timmy's bed, but obviously Phoebe been saying that she wants to speak to Isaiah. So it's kind of funny because the next day Phoebe pulls Timmy for a chat to basically get the 411 on what Isaiah's doing or what's Isaiah's mindset at. So basically he's like, oh, operation whatever. Like, he really just trying to like be a wingman for Isaiah, because I'm just like it's hilarious. So obviously this episode had some nasty challenges talking about blender, mixer, wishy-washy, all that. That was just nasty. Like, what? That was just nasty. Like, why would they do that? Then in this episode was also raunchy races. So basically where they compete against the villain of Casa Amor. Obviously Casa Amor won. Then after that game, Deb and I forgot that guy's name, but the one that looks like Jon Snow, they were getting along. He basically asked her about her situation with Jesse, and she basically was tripping and stumbling over her words too. She was just like, I kind of like, you check a bunch of my boxes or whatever, you seem kind, whatever. So with that being said, seems like Deb might turn her head for that one. So, yeah. Zeta and Timmy just seems like the strongest couple out of everybody there. Zeta basically doing matchmaker too. She wants, Courtney to crack on. She wants Deb to even try to explore her options. Zeta basically helping her girls out. Timmy over here helping Isaiah. Like, they really, they're not doing nothing too crazy in Casa Amor. They're just basically matchmaker, wingman for their people. Okay, that's it. Like, just stay calm. Usually after raunchy races, it's always, after raunchy races, the next day is when they do the recoupling, or like they let them know, oh, recoupling is tonight. So usually after that, we're getting to the end of Casa soon, because usually Raunchy Races is always like the middle thing of Casa. It's always like the, yeah. So we're going to be ending that soon. Okay, so I just want to say Sydney and her Isaiah situation is kind of funny, because the previous episode she asked Isaiah, oh, do you think we're stronger than Timmy and Zeta relationship? And you got Isaiah saying 100%, like, yeah. And look what's happening. Isaiah's folding hard for Phoebe, like hard. Like, he's saying that the door is cracked. And you kind of feel bad for Sydney because of literally what happened. Like, he basically told her he loved her, and then they had to hide away. Like, hello? And then all that. Like, it's kind of funny, but it's just like, you shouldn't be boasting about your relationship and comparing it to Timmy and Zeta. And then look what's going to happen. He's folding the hardest. And then the funny thing is that after Casa Amor won Raunchy Races, they basically said the reward was a party, and then the hideaway is open at Casa Amor. Like, what? A hideaway at Casa Amor? For people you knew, 24 hours or less, you're doing a hideaway? Like, that's just mad. Like, that's just crazy over there. Like, what? But that's what's happening. They won the hideaway, and you saw some of these dudes over there, they might be acting all crazy. They might be doing a little something. So with that being said, I would say you kind of feel bad for Sydney, but I mean, look how the tables have turned. One thing about those tables, they always turn, because how are you going to compare your relationship to, like, being the strongest out the villa? And then Isaiah basically about to act a fool, okay? He about to be doing the most, okay? So, I don't know if, Sydney going to be, checking out any of the other guys in the villa. But Isaiah gone, so you just got to see Isaiah gone. So that's going to be, like, she's definitely going to be heartbroken because of, like, literally everything that happened with her and Isaiah. So, yeah. I feel like Deb might recouple. We don't know. Jesse, I think he's going to stay single and obviously come back for Deb. Timmy and Zimmy, like, they're solid. And everybody else is basically up for, grabs, like I said, because like literally when they did the favorite girl and favorite guy vote, it was just so obvious when they had Timmy and Zeta, Isaiah and Sydney, and then Deb and Jeff as the three girls and the three guys that were safe. Like, that just basically shows that Timmy and Zeta and Sydney and Isaiah are the top two couples. And with Isaiah folding hard for Phoebe, we never know. It might just be a clear path for Timmy and Zeta to, like, strive and thrive, okay? So basically this was episode 20. The preview for tomorrow's episode, shows a little people moving a little mad. It is so funny that, Zeta basically runs that villa, especially for the girls' side, because it's the way that they picked up the UK lingo. Like, you got Nadja saying, oh, she's gonna crack on, Fanny Flutters. Like, you got, like, Sydney saying crack on, you got Fanny Flutters, all these different types of lingo that they're picking up on from Zeta, because it's just so funny, because, like, they really be picking up on Zeta's UK lingo, because, like, when you hear Sydney just say, like, oh, if Isaiah's cracking on with these other girls in Casa Amor, I'm just like, crack on is definitely not your everyday language, but, Zeta's influence is very heavy, in that villa, like, people taking lingo, all that stuff. So, basically, heart and soul of the villa, of season 4 basically runs the villa. Like, but anyway, guys, this was episode 20. If you like this video, like the video, comment down below, let me know your thoughts, concerns, and if you haven't subscribed to my channel, subscribe. Anyway, thank you guys for watching this video. Peace.